So you reckon don't mention certain things? Yeah, don't mention the Jose live because of the people who, what would you say, naive? I think that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Bit harsh saying that they're naive if they believe that Jose came over. What was it? What they say? To buy a house that fell through, and they went to a container and unloaded, then reloaded. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. So avoid that and just talk about who's actually kind of important in the case. Gotcha. So, let's get it out of the way first of all, and that is, this video is about who's actually important in this case. And Jose fucking Roman isn't important in this case. One thing that I've learned over the hours and hours and hours of stuff what this guy's said is that it's got just as many holes in what he says as what the rest of them have. It's just another distraction. You've got the Andrew Hiltz, another distraction. He weren't there, doesn't matter, anything he's got to say is absolute crap. And there's no point in listening to a thing that he has got to say. And that's right, I'm coming for you, Andrew, yourself, because, as you know, I've emailed you and asked you directly to provide me some information, and you was unable to do it. And why can't you do it? Because you're full of shit. So, there's certain people around this case that just ain't important. They're just not important. And like I say, Jose is just one of them. What he's basically done is been paraded on YouTube and made out to be this poor, defenceless guy who's going through some shit. Everyone's going through some shit. People keep talking about his mental health. For those of you who have been around the channel and watched other stuff, I know about mental health. My own mother, she sadly passed away through mental health. And I've lost friends because of mental health as well. If I looked out of my window, I would be able to see one of the biggest RAF bases in the country. We are surrounded by true heroes who have fought for their country in both the United States, in England, because they are the US Air Force and Royal Air Force. And we're surrounded by them. We deal with people every day who truly suffer from things like PTSD. And look, I'm not saying that a lot of what this guy said was true, but what I am saying is it's fucking irrelevant. There's absolutely no relevance whatsoever. And the fact that he was able to go into such detail on the one element of the story that knew it would touch on the heartstrings, pull at them, and get you guys on board with him, he was able to do that down to a T. Absolutely to a T. But as soon as it was questions about his trip over there and some other things that could potentially trip him up as an individual and make him look not so credible, all of a sudden his phone either gets a funny signal, he goes silent, or he just can't remember because it was just, I can't remember. Fuck off. Anyway, so who is important? Reality is there aren't many people who are important in this case. We've got Candus, we've got Candus, we've got the boys, and we've got Summer, obviously, and we've got Hunter. And that is really the people who are the most important people, because if you go by the timeline that we was given, they are the people who were the last people to see Summer before she vanished off the face of the planet. And secondary to that, who else is important? I see really two main people, and that is Tim Mullins and Don Wells. I believe that somewhere along the line, Don Wells and Tim Mullins has come up with some kind of plan, something, and that's either gone tits up, or something's happened at the home and he has helped them cover it up with some caveat to him benefiting from something. But ultimately, there are other people involved, but this is a close-knit group of people. And is this who we are calling the uppers? Who are indeed the uppers? Is it Tim Mullins? Is he indeed an upper? But You know, we've heard Candus mention law enforcement. She's mentioned TBI before. So I don't think that when she says the uppers that she is talking about law enforcement. So who is she talking to? We've even heard her mention her own lawyer, which I'm guessing had something to do with the what do you call it? The NDO. You should have told me this before I got on air. You know that I struggle with legal terms. Useless. Anyway. So, and that was basically so nobody could go onto the premises and rarely leave the premises with any information. You know, what were they thinking of? Were they thinking about book deals, film deals? Have you looked on IMDb and looked at Tony and the Feet Fables and followed the trail that goes there? I've not got fully into it, but there's obviously little elements and hints within that. The Tony film that's listed on there, when you read the synopsis, it reads like the Michael Vaughan case. So look, who knows what's going on, but there's so many distractions that people are just getting blindsided. They're no longer thinking about summer. They just ain't. You know, I said in a little rant post, because I've been awake now for 30 hours, because I was genuinely in shock listening to that absolute car crash of an interview. And what can I say? What can I say? We need to refocus. We need to focus on the people that matter and stop focusing on the people that don't matter, because they're just creeping in like little snakes trying to get a piece of the action. And I'm just wondering who's going to come up next and say, hi, I know something, and yes, I have got Cash App. Can I have some money, please?